Hello students, discussing only basic thing about fraction is not sufficient for the student. Okay, that's why we thought of discussing few sums of the fraction so that you get clear understanding about the fraction, right? I think it is most important for the students of grade 4, right? So in this video we are going to discuss about the some types, uh, like fill in the blanks, writing fraction from the statements, finding equivalent fractions, conversion of the mixed to improper fraction, and vice versa, right? And finding reciprocals, and finally just I will give a little touch about what is the decimal equivalent of the fraction. So all these are very important from the basic point of view for the grade 4 students. So read, watch carefully, okay? And if you have any problems or any sums to discuss, then you give your feedback, okay, right below in the comment box. So let us start first from the fill in the blanks. You have seen this type of sum in your books, okay, and also given by the teacher of the school. First of all, right, I am writing the first sum: 24 by 60 equal to 2 divided by box, okay. Now you have to find out this denominator, right? So what will you do? It is very simple. What you have to do, just you have to watch the either numerator or denominator of both these fractions are given. So here we are watching that the numerator of the two fractions are given, right? And we know if the two fractions are equal, because equal sign is given here, so one fraction will be multiple of the other fraction, or by dividing we'll get by dividing the other fraction. So we are getting that 24 is bigger than larger number than 2. So what will you do? You just divide 24 by 2 like this. 24 divided by 2. What will you get? 2 ones are 2 and 2 twos are 4. So you are getting that if you divide 24 by 2, you are getting 12% here. So what you have to do, you divide 24 by this quotient, so you are getting 2, okay. That means if you divide 24 by 12, what I have given the quotient here, so it will be 12 to the 24, right? We are getting 2. Similarly, if we divide 60 by this quotient 12, then we will get the number here, that means denominator of the second fraction, right? So what you do, divide 60 by 12, 12 5 ja 60, sorry 60, so here will be 5. Isn't it easy? I have discussed in a long process just to clarify you the basic thing how you find the blank. I am saying another example so that you will get another clear idea about this. 20 by 28 equal to 60 by box equal to box by 7. Where it 16 upon box or 60 by box sometime, right? Okay. So first of all, I will compare only two fraction and I will cover this one, okay. So you just what you have to do, just I taught you in the previous page that you divide 60 by 20, so you will get a quotient, right? 60 divided by 20, 3 is 60, you are getting 3. That means if you divide 60 by 3, then you will get 20. Or in another way, we have to find out this number, so we just, if you reverse, we multiply 20 by 3. Okay, we multiply 20 by 3 to get 60, so we will again multiply here 28 by 3. That means by multiplying 3 we are getting 60, so we will also multiply 28 by 3. And how we have got 3? Just we have got 3 by just comparing these two numbers, by dividing one of the number with by others. Okay, so 28 3 ja 3 8 ja 24. Okay, 3 2 ja 6, 6 2 8, this will be 84. Okay, now here you can compare this fraction either with this or with this fraction, first one. So as this fraction is a small, that's why you compare this and this. Okay, I am just deleting this one so that you can get clear idea about this. Okay, it is not working. Delete this one so that there may not be any confusion. Okay, right? Now we will compare this fraction with this fraction. So we are watching here that the denominator of the this fraction and these fractions are known to us, right? So if we divide 28 by 7, so we get 7 4 ja 28, we are getting 4. That means if you divide 28 by 4, then you will get 7. Therefore that means by dividing 4 by 4 we are getting 7. Okay, so we will also divide 20 by 4. So what we will get? We will remain with 5, because 20 divided by 4 equal to 5. There will be 5. Isn't it easy? Okay, so next we will discuss about writing fraction from the statement. Okay, writing fraction from the statement. Suppose it is given that write a fraction for the statement a day to a month. Okay, first one, what will you write? A day, that means 1 day, right? And a month, that means here it is the day, that's why that's why we will find months parameter into day. So a month, that means 30 days. 30 days. One thing you have to remember, that both the unit must be same. So what can you write? 1 will be numerator, a day 2 by 30. Clear? Next, suppose it is given that 1 to a dozen. 1 to a dozen. 1 means 1 and dozen means 12. There is no unit. So what will you write here? 1 upon 12. Clear? Another example I am giving you. If it is written that 6 out of 15, okay, 6 out of 15, circle is given, circle, that is 6 circle out of 15 circle. You have to write the fraction for this. So it is very simple. You write 6 as the numerator and 15 as the denominator. I think it is clear. Now I am coming finding equivalent. This one is a little bit difficult for the grade 4 student, but I will make it very easy. Okay, suppose a fraction is given here, 7 by 11 and 21 by 33. Okay, and you are asked that check whether these two fractions are equivalent or not. Okay, so what we have learned that equivalent fractions are the common multiple of numerator and denominator of the basic fraction. So here we can compare this one. If you multiply 7 by 3 you will get 21. Similarly, if you multiply 11 by 3 you are getting 33. So this fraction is the common multiple of the common third multiple of 7 and 11. That means what I want to say, that 7 by 11 into 3 into 3, then you are getting 21 by 33. Okay, that means these two fractions are equivalent fraction, equal to, so you will write 21 by 33. Okay, now I am showing another very easy trick. What you will do, just you cross multiply. That means I will multiply 7 into 33. It is the second method of finding equivalent. 11 into 21. What are you getting? If both the product are equal, then we will say that these two fractions are equivalent. Right? What will you do? You just multiply here. 7 3 are 21, 7 8 21, 2 3 1. Right? Do here 1 3 2. So 22 31, 231 equal to 231. That means these two fractions are equivalent. Okay, so we will write like this: 7 by 11 equal to 21 upon 33. Okay, so I have shown you two methods. One by just guessing the multiple process, that means common multiple method, what we have got from the definition, and second is simply cross multiply the two fraction to get the whether the two fractions are equivalent or not. Okay, you check it, and if you have any problem you can discuss. Right, here in the next we will discuss about the conversion from the mixed to improper fraction and vice versa. Mixed fraction to improper. Okay, improper fraction. Right, mixed fraction, improper fraction. One example of mixed fraction is 2 3 by 6. You have to convert it into improper fraction. What will you do? You multiply 6 with 2 and you add the result with 3 and just keep denominator same. That means you keep denominator same, that means it will be 6 and the numerator will be 6 into 2 plus 3. It is very simple, right? 6 2 ja 12 plus 3 15. So it will be 15 by 6. Okay, and again if we want to convert 15 by 6 improper fraction into mixed fraction, then what you will do? You just divide numerator 15 by 6. 6 2 ja 12. Right, we will left here with 3. You write 2 3 by 6. 2 quotient will be in the middle, 3 remainder will be numerator, and 6 divisor will be denominator. Okay, a quotient numerator by denominator, that means divisor. I think it is very easy. You can get practice from yourself, from your book, and if you have any problem you discuss. Okay, last one not is the reciprocal. How to find the reciprocal of a fraction? It is very simple. If you want to find the reciprocal of 6 by 27, then what will you do? Reciprocal of this number is just invert 27 by 6 is the reciprocal. Okay, actually reciprocal definition is that if you find the reciprocal of 6, then it will be 1 by 6, right? If you want to find the reciprocal of 6 by 27, it will be 1 by 6 by 27. So what you do normally here, you turn this division into multiply, and you just do the you invert this fraction like this. So ultimately you get 27 by 6. What I told you, just opposite, invert the fraction to get the reciprocal. Okay, so boys, here we show you the decimal equivalent of a fraction. Actually it is not necessary for the student of grade 4, but just to have an idea what is the relationship between a decimal number and a fraction. Okay, very simple. Fraction, you are acquainted with 1 upon 2. Okay, its decimal equivalent is 0.5. Okay, how? Okay, so how we are getting 0.5 from 1 by 2, or how we can convert 0.5 into 1 upon 2. Okay, I am showing here. What will you do? 1 upon 2 means 1 divided by 2. Okay, what also it will not go. You know that dividend must be bigger than divisor. It is not here. This is the problem. Okay, and this problem is the decimal. You have to put here decimal. Okay, after putting decimal you can put number of the 0. Okay, with the dividend. Now you can simply divide it. 2 5s are 10. Oh, you got it. You got it, 0.5. Okay, isn't it easy? Okay, now I am showing how to get 1 by 2 from 0.5. You write here 0.5 and just give a line here. Now remove this decimal, cut and put 1 for cutting out decimal. Okay, and you write 0 here after 1 equal to the number of the digit to the right side of the decimal. So here was 1 decimal and here was a decimal, and to the right of it is a 1 digit, that is only 5. So you will write 0 for 5. Okay, if there would be another digit 6 7, so you write here 0 0. Okay, so you get 5 upon 10. What you got? 5 upon 10. Now you try to reduce this fraction like this. 5 1 ja 5 and 5 2 ja 10. You got 1 upon 2. Okay, so it is the relation between a decimal and fraction.